Nearly all of the city of Smog's residents, from the lowliest scrap merchant of Smokeside slums to the prosperous magnates in the exclusive cloud district across the river, belong to any number of given secret societies. Examples of these societies include the reticent Lithos clan, a low-profile yet enterprising collective of engineers which unfailingly place its operation in direct competition with the production plans of the nationalized gunworks of the city. And, as another example, the Firewind Friendly Society, a community financial institution popular with migrant laborers, which handles the cremation, funeral services, and insurance payouts for its members' families. This practice has its roots in traditional Gurundi clan structures, which influence contemporary AlkenStar ideas of kinship, instead of the generic nuclear family affiliations which happen across Galarian. Most AlkenStar instead associate in clans organized along bloodlines, guild memberships, imagined hinterland of origin, and other effective bonds. This practice results in a proliferation of secret societies, often equal parts mutual aid associations that benefit the members of AlkenStar, and quasi-criminal community protectorates. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the All Guns No Glory podcast. I am your host, GM Jeff Ball, and we are playing Pathfinder 2 Revised Edition of the Outlaws of AlkenStar Adventure Path. On the horizon, a purchase. Thank you to our patrons, you, listeners, and the cast. We are going to line our pockets with... Now, we already have Guns and Gears, but they have actually recently revised it. They're changing the gunslinger class and updating it. They're changing the inventor class and updating it. So that would affect like a third of our party. And we are going to, thanks to you, make these purchases, put them in a line, and make everyone redo their characters to the latest updates to stay current for you, the listener. Guys, when last we left our heroes, you had met a rifle-slinging gnoll, to put it bluntly, who, due to dice and having a name and natural crits and misses, pulling cards, had shot out his own eyeball and suffered 35 points of damage. All this is witnessed in a prophetic dream, a quirk in the machine, the ghost in the machine, which is Valintine. And from his perspective, this possible future, this alternate reality plays out, and then he finds himself reset a few rounds back, several dozen feet back on the cliff, and stunned as his reprogramming reboots himself. Since he is up a cliff and scouting for you guys, this only looks like he's taking a pause to scan the terrain. Meanwhile, in this new instance of reality that the characters never experience, but obviously the players, you can't really take away their memory, trudging along back up the same path in the same canyon, unaware of what may or may not befall them quite soon. Pip guides the party with his survival checks and bracketing checks with Valentine up on the ridge as our scout, as you guys happily march along. And just entering the edge of the map, I would like a perception check for initiative. You can do them openly or in the tower, your choice, but on your main page of Fantasy Grounds.
Rolled a 4 for a 15.
Okay.
Rolled
Pip
a
has
5
also
for
rolled a
18.
4 for 15.
Sorry, go again.
Rolled a 5 for 18, Charwood.
Okay.
And Pip has
I
rolled
got
a
a
4.
natural 20 for a 32.
And Jack?
And Pip has rolled a 4 to get 15 as well.
Okay. I was actually one that I remember was like, guys, when they spam in the chat, go and like speak your initiative in order that it populates in said chat, and then you won't be speaking over each other. Jack keeps going, I was second on that list. He keeps trying to get it in his initiative. That's fine. So, a bunch of 15s. Well, we can't have that. Let's have El Mambreo and Pip re-roll their initiatives.
Rolled an 18 for a 29.
Oh, that's good, but not as good as my nat 20 for a 31.
That's right. Waste them all now. There we go. My editing, producing, scolding has turned into some dice a la carte for some of you guys. Okay. Not bad, but still not high enough to suddenly spot what's about to go down at range or go before a certain, shall we say, encounter that we may or may not is about to happen. But this plays out a little differently. Echoing off the walls of the canyon in the beginning of a new round 1. Rolled initiative, but before he goes, a strange, chilling howl. When Pazlo has rolled initiative but has not acted yet in combat as a single action, he lets loose a blood-curdling howl while he fires his rifle, making the retort sound unearthly and disturbing. So when you guys actually hear the gunshot, it sounds like it's howling. It's called Howling Bullet. What a cool ability. He screams his head off while firing his gun, but, you know, for flavor, it sounds really, really cool. Shooting at one of you guys. Let's see if he hits. Pip, you're up front. We're going to make you the easiest target. A howl. A bullet ricochets. And then the desert sun beats down with no wind and no shade for respite. Ahead, the ridge of hills offers the promise of at least some shelter as we head deeper into this canyon, away from the blistering sun. Suddenly, a small plume of sand erupts from the ground a few feet ahead, that, right, just betraying the gunshot that hits the ground, and possibly not you, followed almost immediately by the crack of a rifle shot. And then... Why does that say melee? Sorry. It happens again in your minds. Valentine sees it hit the ground, plume, all this stuff plays out. And then it's almost like a glitch. And it happens again. This time, there's a howl along with the gunshot. And instead of hitting the ground and churning it, it actually hits the ground right in, like a rock, right in front of Pip. And bounces up and hits him in the lower gut for an actual crit. Not a nat 20 for crit cards, but just a nasty crit. Doing 2d6 plus 4 damage, plus, twice for 24 points of damage to Pip. Because Howling Bullet hits you, I need a will save as a 10-foot emanation from everybody within 10 feet of the target, which is actually all of you guys. Can I have a will save from each of you, including Pip.
Ooh, rolled a 17 for a 28.
Pilo?
Dirty 20.
Okay.
23, Charwood.
Pip 15 for 26.
DC is 26. The man who got shot in the gut is not afraid. Customers are just sometimes a little wrangly, right? The enemy of my friend is still a customer's sister's cousin's roommate. Something like that. Pretty sure that's how the Stabco thing goes. And man, embryo. All right. So, opening up, there is one action for me, Howling Bullet. 2 for the shot, has an action left. But not only does Howling Bullet make a fear effect, where those that fail take on Frightened 1, just a little bit scared. And as you're a little bit scared, I'm going to put that on Charwin and Pilo. I'm going to pop. And then a natural ability called Crack Shot. When Pazlu critically hits a creature with a range strike, which happened now, the target must succeed at a 26 fortitude save or be stunned because of the crit. So this crack shot only happens on a crit. Pip, I need a fortitude save, please. Look at his face. I'm not making this up. Welcome to Pathfinder, dude. You know this.
Rolling a natural 20 for a 30 total after this terrible shot to myself.
Do you have the Stabco armored vest or underwear or something to keep your guts in? Put a big dent in it. Hurts real bad, but you're not bleeding out, right? And then as a final action, I am going to move, and he crawls, and this is where the initial perceptions come into play. And as he moves, I believe I become visible to half of you guys that beat my character DC. So the howling echoes, the shot echoes, and the fire actually doesn't come from around the corner of the bend. It comes from perhaps in this alternate verse, a position much closer to you guys, where Valentine is up one canyon face on the right. This dude is up the canyon face almost directly across from Valentine on the left. He's actually closer to you guys, within 40 feet, or my abilities don't work. And now he's, crawling back into cover so that he's low down and he backs off. But you guys see the gun, you guys see like some pebbles bounce down the face, that kind of thing, giving away his position, right? So I'm going to wink him out again, because technically now I crawled back out of view. I would even hazard to say, though, like someone like Charwin and even Pilo, do you see how it dips down where the bushes are? You guys might actually still, the top of your head might be able to see the top of my ear. So I'm going to leave him on the map. You guys you might still have a line of sight on him. Anyway, that's me. And next up, we have Pilo. Little man, get ready. You're up next on deck. Pilo, what do you do?
So I just see my buddy in the front there get shot. I hear this howling, and suddenly something's going on. Can I see him from where I am if I make a perception check? Like, I guess I got the nat 20 on the original check. So
right. So yes, you do. Just enough that you got line of sight on him. I wouldn't say you got a clear view or a good view, but you see the furry head and the ears wobbling backwards from a crawl position. Enough that you could acquire a target that you need line of sight on.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him cover because of his height and he's prone, but you could definitely you see the head bobbing, so I'll give you that.
How far away would you say he is from me? I got a 30-foot spell. Would that hit him?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Hang on a
over.
second. So I need to do the how far. I need to do the thing where I'm up in the air, right? 1 second. I'm 15 feet off the ground. There. Okay. So now, Pylo, if we have you target him, then you should get the proverbial. He's 30 feet away from you.
He's exactly 30 feet. Good. I'm going to hit him with a void warp.
Now, is that just 30 feet away in distance? Are they counting the 15 up in the air? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I don't know. Put him back down. Let's see if it changes.
No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to say you need to move closer.
If I move closer, would I still see him? Because he'd be up a cliff. I won't be able to see his head.
Good question. What if you climb? You can cast spells while climbing. I believe there's
Can
no
you?
thing. Yeah, you got to have a hand free. So if you went straight for see the really rocky outclip that looks like steps, not too hard to climb, right? So if you go 10 feet forward, then then start up, right? And half movement, that's 10, that's 20, 25-foot climb. I'll get you to a position where you should be able to see him well enough just to, you know what I mean?
I did
If you don't
some
mind
quick math with a squared plus b squared. He is technically 29 point something odd feet away, staying where he is.
So he's 15 feet in the air.
Yep.
But he's a good 30 away, so maybe that's why
He's
they're just saying-
25 away. So 25 squared plus 15 squared is 29.15 something.
Okay.
The
Thanks,
old-
Aiden.
the old triangle.
Aiden Williams used to do that for us. All right. Jack proves his party worth once again. There you go, man.
Pulling out
Wizard
my
Lost
grade
Hero
8
there.
math.
Yeah. Go ahead, Pylo. Fire when ready.
Well, if I can stay from there, I will look at him and I'll say, "Hey, man, that's not very nice. We can barely see you. Maybe you don't like it if you can't see what's hitting you." And I'll actually hit him with Phantom Pain. Actually, no, Void Warp. Void Warp instead is good.
Okay.
And yeah, I will. He's already targeted, so I will. Where's it here?
Mhm.
Basic Fortitude. So I'll just hit the button. It should do everything I need to do. Critical
Okay.
success. No damage.
Yep. So unfortunately, he's tough.
He is. He saved with a 35. So who knows what he rolled, but that's a high roll. It's a high number. So, that's all I've got there. I will then. I will actually move closer to the cliff face, like over to right around here. That way, I'm not in his line of sight either. in my
Okay. So
head.
you had 2 north on the map, and then kind of tuck into the bottom here.
Tuck into the corner there, yeah, and to like, guys, watch out, he's up above us.
Sure.
And that's everything.
Now, do you want to begin the climb? Since half of that square is ground and half of it is actually rock, did you actually want to try and get up on the rock a bit? Or are you just happy to use it for cover?
I'm using it for cover for now. No
Sure.
climbing.
No, that's fine. Okay. El Membrio. Menubrio. The dog
Good
guy.
job. You
Thank
got
you.
it.
Yeah, right.
Pardon me.
Don't be nice to me. No one else is.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I should technically have enough movement to get to him.
You could climb the rib cage that's pressed against the rock. Just saying. Up he goes. Right.
I mean, technically, yeah, you're kind of like, I don't know. Pylo, would you be offended if I were to do that?
Never.
Sick.
Just proves his worth as a skeleton, man. You're like feeding the cult, dude.
Damn right.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, but I've got 40 feet of movement, and I've got to climb up 15 feet. I should have
So if
enough
you
to
go-
do it.
So if you want to climb through friendlies, as it were, right?
hmm
So 5, 10, 15, 20 puts you on top of Pylo. And then 15
Yep.
feet up. Okay. Now, it's double movement, I think, to climb, is it not? It halves your move. I believe it does still.
That's a good question.
5, 10, 15, 20 puts you at the base. And another 30 up.
Oh,
40.
it depends on your roll.
Oh, okay. Give me athletics
So
then.
yeah.
Anyway, decently 40 feet puts you on flat ground 10 feet away from him, so.
19.
Okay. So what do they talk about? Like critting it for easy movement or what?
So, distance of 5 feet up, down, across an incline. You're off guard while climbing unless you have climb speed. GM determines the DC based on the nature of the incline and the environmental circumstance. You might get an automatic...
This is your standard DC 15 climb because of the rocks and stuff.
Yeah. You might get a standard automatic critical success on an incline that's trivial to climb. If your land speed is 40 feet or higher, increase the maximum distance by 5 feet for every 20. Okay, so instead it's 10 feet for one check.
Okay.
So it's you literally have to do it's the check. So
how often you do the check? Okay, so since it's 15 feet up, you do kind of need another check to get up top. So give me one more. And that's
that's
fine.
26.
And that pops you up. Okay, so you're on flat ground, up through the bush, 15 feet in the air, and now you are 10 feet away.
Which is fine because I have a whip.
This guy. Yeah, and this guy's prone, by the way. I should actually make him, hang on, let me give him prone. Because he's doing the sniping thing, right? Like he's laying down. Okay. Now.
So that was single move to get to there.
Right. Now, burning a patron point. You guys were so hot on the dice the last time we played. And because of some flavor and some this and that and reasons I'm not going to get into, the board has been reset. So if you want to burn a patron point, I will bring back the missing eye, the gunshot, but instead of him shooting himself, you could whip him, do the crit, and catch him in the eye for the same amount of damage, and I would make that your opening and put him at.
Okay.
Right?
So before I do that,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to second action move again, and I'm going to tumble through to get to the other side of him, like just straight through him, because that gives me panache. I'm doing it for that purpose.
Okay.
So I need to hit a DC 15. I did. Huzzah.
Hang on a second. Tumbling is 15. Tumbling through me, you got to hit
tumble
my
through,
reflex. Right?
Okay.
So do you want to just tumble around him for 15?
No, I'll tumble through him. I think I can do it with a 19. He's prone. Skip off his back.
I don't think being prone affects my reflex defense in the new system, because you would be looking at a 28.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Anyway, because you can just tumble for 15 acrobatic and move around him. Yeah, whether you move around him or we'll just say
then I will tumble around.
Yeah, pip off his legs or whatever, just for flavor. That's fine.
Huzzah. And then I'll do that whippy to the eye for a patron point, please and thank you.
Yeah, sure. Now, I'm assuming you want to be 10 feet past him so you got range?
Yeah.
Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, up and around, does the wall climb, the Prince of Persia behind him. Okay. Whip comes down and over the side of his head and rakes him in the head, and he howls. And as fate would have it, suffers 35 points of damage and loses an eye, as if, he was always meant to, whether shooting himself or such. And now we go on to Pip.
Holding my guts in, Pip would love to move closer to the cliff so he can no longer shoot me.
All right. So 10 feet to the cliff puts you in cover. Well, even if you want to squeeze right in there and start climbing, or are you just happy to be...
No, Pip is perfectly happy to be where he is. Actually, no, he just shot him. No, he is totally going to climb up and try and stab him.
Okay.
I will have to use 2 movement actions.
All right, so 10 gets you to the bottom. What's your total movement?
25.
Okay, so yeah. Now, when you get to the top here, give me a couple climb athletics checks, please. If and when you get to the top. 16.
16.
Whoa. Whoa. Careful there.
Your concern after shooting me in the stomach is very admirable.
The GM's concerned. This guy, not so much. I didn't do it. Pazlo did. Another one. As you begin climbing. Go gadget legs.
Oops, that is.
Okay, so you gave me an Arcana, and then you gave me
Yep,
acrobatic. What I need is athletic.
I saw that after I clicked it.
Does your athletics have the same bonus as plus 11?
No, it does not. It is
What does it
much
have?
worse. It is
Oh,
a plus
dear.
2.
Okay. So
So-
maybe we're not going up this hill.
No, we are not going up that because that is a 7 and that is an 11.
Okay. So you're kind of stuck.
Yep,
You begin
we will
climbing.
stay stuck.
You don't like 5 or lower would have you fall by critically failing. So you don't fall. You just can't really make any decent progress as you try to scramble up again and again. Anyway, that's 2 actions, 2 moves. You have an action left. What do you want to do?
We're just going to raise my shield since I'm definitely stuck at the bottom of this hill.
Sure.
You watch
Okay.
pitifully try to climb around his lovely new skeleton friend Pylo as he just cannot get any purchase and then just grudgingly shoves his shield into the cliff above him and hide under it.
Valentine experiencing full 2 combat rounds, 6 actions of a possible future is stunned at least that amount of time. So round 1 for Blaster, he is busy. Charwin, what do you want to do?
I would like to use combination of things. I would like to use Rising Surf in order to get to the ledge 10 feet in the air and then start to climb.
Okay.
So kind of just to the east of Pip.
How did you, the nice little fancy ground moment, how did you show us your tracking of movement? How did you do that?
Oh, I just placed the token down and then picked him back up and moved him again, and it just continues my movement.
Okay, so you just like click, shift, let go, click, shift, let go.
Oh, not even
Show-
shift. I just drag, drop, drag,
No, I
drop,
meant like
drag,
you,
drop.
sorry, I meant you shifted the mini. Sorry, I don't mean like the actual
Oh,
shift
yeah,
button.
yeah.
Okay, good to know, guys. So like you guys can pick up your mini, and instead of pinging, as we usually kind of did, and I would drop them for you, you guys can actually just kind of show me every corner by letting go of the mini, and it'll track, that kind of thing. Nice visual. I mean, the podcast doesn't matter, but for our video audience, that's right. Come on down to Rollmonger's Actual Play Podcast, Rollmonger's Podcast Network on YouTube. See our lovely faces, hear our lovely voices, and see the battle map. So it might be worth your time. And zip, 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 up he goes. Okay. Mounting at the bottom here. Onto this, see, because there's wall. And most of that square is wall, sir. I need to climb from you.
Okay.
Or are you, sorry, you're using that spell. Is that a run or was that a spell?
So I am 10 feet in the air
Oh,
with
okay.
the spell, and then that's where I want to start climbing.
Okay.
Grab onto the wall.
Did you want to do a jump? This is like a 5-foot jump.
Oh,
You would have to
I
jump. You would have to jump forward. Because technically, if you're in the air, you could be closer. You could be up the proverbial wall, as it were, and only 5 foot away from. You know what I mean? You got it's a 5 foot up, right? Like, imagine being 10 feet up, floating in front of a 15-foot fence. I mean, you may not put your feet on the ground, but you could catch the lip and then pull yourself. You know what I mean? Depending on how you want to do this. Or just grab the edge of the cliff and start climbing, right?
I think I'll just climb, maybe.
Okay. Athletics, please.
Let's see if the climb skill does it. Hey, there we go. 19.
Okay. So you climb up. So the spell is what? 2 actions?
It's just one.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a
So it's like a
focus spell.
cantrip. Okay, right. So 1. Second action, you can put yourself literally, oh my god, right in front of him. Standing over the prone guy as you step onto the ledge.
Perfect.
Okay. Now what? Poke him with your spear? You guys have been
let's try
walking
and-
along like weapons and shields in hand, unless you specifically need hands to,
25 to hit.
Okay.
Stabbing down into him for 10 damage.
Okay. Poke. Howling in pain. All
Don't
right.
shoot my new kind of sort of friend.
Round 2. Screeching in pain. The gnoll rolls over and gets up, provoking attacks of opportunity, which I don't think either you or Mambrio actually have from movement, unless you have some druid ability that attacks from movement. El Mambrio, do you get attacks of opportunity when someone moves within your threatening squares?
I do not.
Okay.
I do, however, when somebody critically misses.
Okay.
So
So
when an enemy
I-
critically misses.
Oh, he's prone twice. I wonder if that doubled down. Okay, so as an action, I get up. He rolls over and gets up to his feet. Livid that the little dude took his eye, and there's a guy right in front of him. So let's talk about shoving. You're right on the edge of a cliff. Get up, and I've got my rifle and like this sort of using the curtain bar to shove you off, athletics check. I think I need to hit your fortitude to actually
Yes.
shove you. Okay, so do you actually have the rules for shoving in front of you? You want to talk about your fate?
Yeah,
Oh,
so you
no.
push a creature away from you, attempt an athletics check against your target's fortitude DC. If he succeeds, I get pushed back 5 feet. He can stride after it, if he wants to.
25. What is your fortitude?
My fortitude's 11, so 21. That's a success.
Okay, so he gets to his feet with the rifle, and you see this thing has like this curved bayonet underneath. I was showing you guys the picture.
Yeah,
Good old,
apparently it looks exactly like mine.
Is it bigger?
It does look familiar. What's funny is like in this adventure, this is how you could possibly earn this kind of rifle. And yet you were introduced in a one-shot that we played in between books for funsies.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
having 2 of the same magical weapon in the same verse that were meant for different verses, perhaps that is what is causing Valentine to go off with his rip tear abilities of possible
Fracturing
futures
reality.
as the 2 magical rifles that are possibly they're manufactured. They're rare, but they're not, they are technically, there is more than one. But out here in the Mana Wastes, what if one was manufactured and ended up in, different timelines? We'll just ask Valentine, is this your gun? Is this your rifle? So, ignoring the first 5 feet for velocity, you fall 10 feet and you take half of that in damage. So the old man falls down, and honestly, dude, you only take 5 points because you take half the distance in damage. 100-foot drop is 50 points of damage. That's nasty. A 10-foot drop, Charwin, you take 5 points. Bludgeoning, splat. And you do end up prone, but because there's an edge, if you look up falling, there's that chance to grab said edge as a reaction.
Yeah.
If you would like to do that now, before I smack you with 5 points and prone.
Let's see. Acrobatics, reflex. Usually at the climb DC. Sure,
believe-
let's give it a try.
I believe I found out under the falling rules.
Ooh,
They
my
call it
acrobatics
it's
is
called
not
like
good.
crab lip.
Ooh, 19 on the dice, 21. Ooh.
Well, that doesn't sound bad. Right?
Let's
No?
see. Yeah, if I have at least one free hand, I get to grab the edge or handhold, stopping your fall. You still take damage from the distance fallen so far, which is 5 feet,
Mm-hmm.
but you treat the fall as though it were 20 feet shorter. Okay. If you
It's
have
only
no
a
hands
15-foot
free,
fall.
you continue to fall.
Yeah. Okay. So whether your boots on the ground or whatnot, you get shoved out, you scrambling, jam your spear in the side of this thing and go falling and scrabbling down, but it's enough of a scuffle and a fruffle. Oh boy, he's really going to get me on that one. That you do not take damage. And you're like halfway back down. 1 to get up. 1 to shove you. And I don't think I need a feat to like follow you, like to step into your square. That's a different feat. So I just
No, you can take your step.
okay.
Yep.
I don't necessarily really want to. Just want to give him a shot.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
If you choose to, you can.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a feat involved for that.
I think if it's you might be thinking of like the barbarian one or fighter one where you actually chase them if they move.
So many rule sets that Rollmongers enjoys playing simultaneously. So many. What do you think? No, why do you guys? I let you guys look up in the moment because it's like such similar rule sets. But we're trying to rules as written, revised in the moment for you. He shoves you. No, I'm not going to take a step forward. It's dangerous. It's the edge of the thing. I won't do that. 1 to get up, 1 to shove, and with an action left, I am going to. I think I'm going to take a step towards a Membrio. So, but not directly at him. I'm going to take a step diagonally towards the cliff, covering my back, and take a step towards you, sir. Closing for melee, because you noticed as I shove this rifle, it has a bayonet on it. Getting ready to strike you. Turning my one good eye on you. Pilo. You're up. A Membrio, get ready.
Well, seeing as all my friends are climbing up the cliff, or at least looks like they're about to, I might as well head up there and see what's happening. So I will continue the climb up the cliff. And is that, which roll is that? That's my athletics or acrobatics? Or
Athletics?
Just fine?
Athletics.
Athletics it is. Let me find it here. Skills. There we are. Athletics. That's a 4.
Technically, you climb up and fall down, but it's 5 feet, so... No, wait, were you halfway up this wall or no? No,
No,
you were
I
just
said I was
tucked in the
staying
bottom.
on the ground with cover.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, even though you might crit fail, like, there's nowhere to fall, right? I gotta have you at least 10 feet in the air for this crit fail to, like, really matter, so, yeah, you're fine.
How? Not a very good climber. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make my way back up the. Actually, I can't see him from here still because I moved myself and he's way back against the wall. So I'll climb up. I'll climb all the way up. Again, I'll make another attempt.
Sure.
That's athletics, we said. Yeah.
Yes, sir. DC 15.
That's better.
There
That's
you go.
16.
There you go. Okay.
There we go.
So 10 to get up, and then another 10 to pop the edge because it's 15 technically. You're 20 feet
It's
away from him,
25.
but you're standing on flat.
It's 25 feet of movement. Do I still have 5 more feet to go?
Well, it's kind of because you have 5 feet of climbing. It's
Yep.
that 5 feet is burned, like it burns 10.
Okay, so he's not 15 feet in the air right now from me anymore. So he's 15 feet from me.
Right. So now
can't really
I'm making you 15 feet in the air.
No, there we go.
I mean, I could make those guys negative 15 if that makes you feel more comfortable.
I guess I don't have any single actions that I can do here against this guy.
Do you have any cantrips?
Nothing that'd be. They're all double. Only I can send him a message.
Okay, well,
Which
hey,
is really far
movement
cat.
is key. You just saw
Yeah.
what he did to Charwin. Do you want to get
I'm
away
gonna
from
do.
the edge? Do you want to move around?
I'll move. Let me see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to move to right here if I can. 25 feet away.
So humor me. Pick up the mini. Pick him up. Drop him when he turns a corner, and then drop him again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I dropped him there. I dropped him on that spot.
No, I meant like as he walks. Show me his path every time he turns. So you move him forward 10 feet, let him go, pick up the mini again.
5.
Yeah, and then do the rest.
Feet there. It's not moving my guy, though. It just shows 5 feet. It's not actually.
Oh, Charwin's special.
I guess so.
How does Drew do it with the magic of... All right, we won't figure this out in lifetime. 5, 10, 15, 25. You want to be beside little L, right?
I should be able to go to here. One more space.
So you want one more to the right? Okay, yeah.
Right there, yeah. Kind of not so I'm right up in line right beside him, but I got a bit of a line with him. So yeah, right there.
If I was bigger, he'd be hiding behind me.
Yeah. That's
He's
perfect.
in the bushes. Okay, sure. Because of the double diagonal to your target, that's why it's placing him at 15 feet, not just 10 away.
Nope. All good.
Okay, so Pilo, you're done?
That's it.
Okay. Not screaming, but growling in pain. Eye shut, bleeding nastily. And there's something round and squishy on the end of your whip.
Does it give me a bonus?
Like intimidation? Certainly for the next guy. You're whipping
It's
him
got
with
to
an
be
eyeball.
something for beating somebody with his own body part. But yeah, I get it. Like I said,
I tell you what, if you actually want to spend an action to do the official intimidate action, I will give you a +1 bonus. You just want to do the demoralize action, and yeah. +2.
I am
+2 bonus is the standard.
I am going to trip him though. That is always like my favorite first action. I like it a lot.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit the trip button, and let's hope he does not succeed in his save against my trippage. Oh, he totally did. No, that was my roll against his business. I succeeded, and the target falls and lands prone.
You're still used to saving throws from spells in the other game.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so down he goes. So let me put prone back on him. I should really have
Thank you.
I wonder if I can make prone like a quick button. This happened in a lot. Nope, that's not going to work. All right, have to figure something out here. There you go. Prone he is. And then,
I'm gonna just go for the other eye with a whip smacker to the doodle-o. Oh, for the critical miss.
miss. I have a name.
No, that didn't
Pull the
happen.
card.
I spent a hero point. I spent a hero point to reroll.
It's okay. It wasn't a natural one, so I can't pull a card.
Yeah, well, I'm still gonna spend a hero point to reroll.
Okay.
Do better. Damn it. Oh, I did a little better. It wasn't a critical miss.
You imagine? Haha, and his whip gets all tangled. I'm so sorry. Hang on, hero point. And he just turns sideways and like whips at the air, but it looks stylish. Still misses the guy, but oh, that's so much better. Okay. I feel better about my confidence. It's all about panache and confidence, and we can't bugger that up, but the guy just shrinks up. And
For sure is. And for my last action, I will interact to switch from my whip to my piercing wind.
how does this tiny dude carry this great big rifle? It just drags behind you. Like, is this like, you see how big it is on the knoll?
Yeah.
It's like 5 foot long.
I bust it out and I just look at him and I say, in, lieu of what's going to be coming out in the near future, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
You ever see those guys that have the long wooden shaped handle that goes over the back of their shoulders and carries balancing 2 buckets of water? Take away the water. There's just this endless rifle that teeters on the back of his shoulders everywhere he goes. Never falls, but just
I hold it like a bazooka.
yeah, like 5. Oh yeah, teeters over your shoulder. Okay, so it's pointing forward, but it tilts. Never really like falling over or hitting the ground. But no one get close to you. All right. Pip.
Pip is going to try and climb that wall again.
There we go. I believe in you.
And I promise I'll actually click the right skill this time. Nope. Oh, let's try it again one more time. Same roll. Both of them are 10 plus 2 equals 12.
Okay.
Pip has nothing better to do. Let's try it one more time with the rest of my movement. No, it's still a 14.
14. I will say this. Resetting the board as a GM, flavorful mistake, and spending a patron point for you guys to get back the damage doesn't seem full use of a proper patron point. So I will nudge you up this wall. Little bonus for these rolls.
Give me a little boost.
Yeah, well, patrons don't have all day. So there you go. Up you go,
And
buddy.
We'll still call that all of my actions to make it fair.
Thank you. Valentine, in round 2, still reeling from the reset of the possible future or alternate future that he viewed through his own perception. Bring us to Charwin.
Let's try to climb back up.
Okay.
Well, climb. 27.
Ooh,
Critical success.
yeah. Did you get extra movement for the crit? It's 10.
You get another 5 feet.
Okay.
So I get to move 10 feet.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. It's a 15-foot up, so I need a little bit more. I still need that one proverbial extra roll. There you go.
16.
Okay. But because of your crit, I will say that this movement only counts as like 5. So you've moved 25 feet as opposed to 2 rolls of 30. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So right. Okay. So with 2 rolls, you're at the top, but you've got some movement left. So did you want to move it forward, sideways, anywhere, right at him, or do you want to just stay where you are on the edge and don't worry about the extra movement I'm about to give you?
I will move one more to the north,
Forward.
kind of diagonally
Yep.
to him.
Yep.
And
Harassing him, not quite flanking, but okay. And as your final action,
let's just do a quick stab. With a 21 and a miss. Ooh, he's spry.
oh yeah, yes I am. And now a word from our Male Knoll sponsor. You guys
Why did it
here?
put a negative? Sorry,
What?
I just saw a def effect -2 against the knoll. Is that from something, or is that just I missed something there on his roll there?
Oh, he still has prone on himself.
Oh,
It's because
I am because I am prone. Yeah, yeah.
he is prone.
Because
I
he
him.
tripped me. He tripped me. So that was good. That was all good. From the last tripping. Anyway, as an action, I get up. Does anyone have an opportunity? All right. So we don't have to take back any rolls, at least. So as an action, which, hey, knocking him on his butt, even though he keeps getting back up, is wasting his actions. This is a tactically sound. You know what I mean? You don't want to give enemies 3 actions to lean into all of their abilities. So it's pretty good.
Plus, when he's down, we all get a bonus to hit him.
Oh yeah.
If we're melee on him, so
Yeah. Just for flavor. And I'm thinking if you guys think hard, you might know the reason. Almambrio, you hear a gruff but feminine voice in your head, barking orders. They're bandits. Slay them. They're just as bad as you, Paslow. And he's gritting his teeth going, shut up, shut up, shut up. You guys, Charwin, and the rest of you see him growling, right? In Knoll. Almambrio realizes that he's growling in his language and he's saying, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. And you hear this feminine voice in the air, commanding him to strike at you guys because the voice believes you're just lowly bandits like the Knoll. And you learn his name. Palzu, Palzu. The female voice calls him, whether that's his name or not, but that's what she's calling him. Anyway, despite the getting up and 2-second argument, he still manages to right himself and take a swing. And he goes for the toy that keeps hurting me, and I want my eyeball back. And so, yeah.
Yeah, at this point, I do not blame him.
So
I would too.
Yeah. Dude takes 30 and a big jump at you.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah. With his with the bayonet on said weapon. So 2d4 plus slashing. Just out of curiosity, if you believe this weapon is the same weapon as you, do you do 2d4 plus 7 slashing with your bayonet?
No. I don't even do slashing. It's piercing.
Oh. So maybe you actually have
piercing with my melee and blunt with my shot.
Oh, interesting. Oh, here we go. Good to know. 10 points of damage. Chop. If you look at the picture, it kind of looks like a small curved blade, like some kind of scimitar, kind of.
Yes. If you read the description on the one that I have, it says it's like basically the equivalent of a short sword or a gun.
Okay. Interesting. I'm looking at
kind of has a scimitar look to it.
Yeah. Now, like I said, we were discussing earlier, they might have just made the damage based on the weapon and the encounter as well as, right? So anyway, you take 10 points, slashing unless you are immune. And then as... What?
I wish I was.
Oh, okay. As a penalized second attack, he actually, when he hits you, right, he slides down the rifle. Like he hangs onto it with 2 hands, comes right down the rifle, and tries to bite you as like a surprise. Leans right over and hits you with his teeth. And you take 1d8 plus 7 piercing. Take 13 points of piercing damage as this thing grabs you and, kind of thing. For flavor, chomping at your whip arm to try and shake the whip loose kind of thing, get my eyeball back, kind of thing. But he chomps you and you get your arm back and you're fine. You just take the damage. Which brings us 3 actions done to Pilo Jesus.
Oh, Pilo. So, if I tried to whip this guy, would it be through cover because of my mats there?
You would take a -1 penalty because of a cover bonus, yeah. So I think we could use the lesser cover.
I don't know, but I'm small though.
Nope.
Actually, no.
I mean, I think
the same rules that allow you to carry a giant gun against physics makes the fact that you are a big, thing. So nice try.
I don't know if I'm actually
movement,
small.
If they talk
I might
about
be
movement,
tiny.
Tiny. Oh, well, it's even worse.
Did I hear the voice as well? Like the voices talking to this person? Or
no, I'm just small. I'm just small.
Nope. For totally reasonable, bit of a stretch, but we'll explain later if you can figure it out. No, just Malbambrio. Here's the feminine voice. Now, do you speak Knoll?
No.
Okay, so the growling and snarling sounds like growling.
I certainly don't.
No. And yet you understood
maybe
that.
I do.
I will have Pilo. We assume we're in combat, so weapons are already drawn. I'm going to rip off my arm for an action. The one that has my whip in
you
it.
guys climbed up a wall. You got to put the weapon away. That was nice. You got to have one arm for you guys are climbing up, right? I'll let you climb with one hand. Well, I guess you could climb with one hand with whipping it. Sure. Maybe you're using the whip to help yourself. No, you're fine. You're armed. Why not? Okay. I don't want to look into that and prove me wrong. And then we have to do a whole bunch of retcon actions with the whole party. So, oh yeah, whip, poof, there you go.
I will pop off the arm And I will take a shot at him over El Manubrio because I've got 15-foot reach with the arm off right now.
That's awesome.
Yep. So I'll take a swing at him with
Locks
that.
the fingers around the whip handle and then pops the socket and then does this big, show him how to use body parts.
And that is a 24 for a miss.
Okay. Did you do the light cover penalty?
I didn't cover anything at all, but it was a miss anyways with
That's
a 24. So.
Sorry, the only reason I'm bringing that up is, yes, we can use the L cover button for people in the way. It counts the same penalty, so. Okay.
That's the second action. My third action, I'm going to use Inspire Competence. Inspire Courage for all my to target all of my friends within a 60-foot emanation and be like, hey guys, I'm pretty sure I got a good hit on him, but he didn't seem to even take any damage, so maybe a little help. We can do this. We got him. Let's go attack him, man. And give everyone a +1 bonus.
Okay. Yep. Targets are up. Go ahead.
Targets are up, and I will boop hit the button, and there it goes.
Okay.
And that's all my actions.
Awesome. So, very, very encouraging skeleton. And that's it for you, Pilo? Moving on to
That's all I got.
El Manubrio.
So, he got back up, right?
Yes, I did. And now there's voices in your head, but you don't have time for that.
I'm just gonna trip him again because I really like doing that to him. Where is that activities tab? There we go. Ole. Oh, that's gonna do it. Boom! Success. Target falls and lands prone.
All right, give me 1 second. I'll make him prone while you discuss. There we go.
And then I'm going to stab him with the piercing wind.
You know what? Nope, never mind. Go ahead.
24 for a hit.
Yes.
Probably wouldn't have worked if he was still standing, so I'm happy about that.
You're damn right. You're actually right.
D6 plus 7 for a total of 8 damage because I rolled a 1. No assured attack in this system.
I know. Roll a Joe. Let's not talk about Star Wars and Saga Edition, which is still relevant today. Damn it. But,
And have an action left. I will... Can I squeeze into this square, putting myself into a flanking position with Charwin?
What is your size?
Small.
Yes, you can. As so long as you're wielding a weapon that's not great big huge thing, I don't see why not. Sure.
It is a finesse weapon that I am wielding.
Yeah, but it's a whip that you can whip forward as opposed to going over your head each time that we're, I'm thinking like two-handed great axe or something where you would, anyway, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
We got to give you something for your size. all these penalties you're giving Pilo for getting in his way. Okay, so now I guess Alzu is off guard because he is now flanked between the mighty Charwin, who is legendary in lands afar that we will never know about, and it's just Charwin here, and El Manubrio. Okay, there you go. Any actions left? That's it. You're done.
Yep, that's me.
I was always expecting a follow-up attack. I moved position.
Finito.
Okay.
Oh, trip, stab.
Yeah. Okay, Pip. So this guy is down, flanked by your friends, completely wide open. A ready-made customer for a sale there never was. Better.
My sales pitch was lost to the vision. Don't worry about it.
I don't know, man. Like, if you want to sell him a healing potion, that would be the time. I'm just saying.
The fact that he hasn't spoken common to us, I don't believe he's going to understand me when I yell at him. So, Pip will need to move forward since he only has a rapier.
Okay.
I think I got it to work.
You guys imagine Jack, like, just force-feeding this guy a potion as a free sample? Not now! Dude! No wonder your company went under. Sorry. Hooking the L, the night move, where you move north past Charwin and then step to the right to get into position for your own retributive strike of halfling rapierness. Yes?
And like always, Pip will use Megaton Strike.
Ah, yes.
There we go.
Megaton Strike!
For a 17, which will... Oh, he was not targeted, but I'm assuming that is a miss.
Okay, so I can... Thanks to Wonderful World Fantasy Grounds, I can grab your actual roll, drag it onto the mini, and there it is. Completely missing my speech about how I told you guys earlier that I'm automatically targeting you guys while you're talking. I was doing other very important GM things. Anyway, yes, sir, that is a miss, unfortunately. 1 to move, 1 to strike.
Nope.
Yay for
2 to
one-handed
strike.
rapier climbing. 2 to strike? Oh, because you're
Yes,
adding your
Megaton
ability.
Strike.
I'm sorry, that's... Yeah. So, remind me, what is, like, because you named that Megaton Strike, but what is the actual action ability that you're burning? What's it called?
It is actually called Megaton Strike. And it uses 2 actions, so I can roll an extra damage dice, or I can put the armor I am wearing into unstable function and add another one, which will then damage my armor.
Okay, so it sounds like you're pushing your gear. So that's the
Yes, you activate your gears, explosives, and other hidden mechanics in your innovation. Make a powerful attack to make a strike, dealing an extra damage die with your weapon.
Okay. And I was just curious what the generic term for that, because I'm pretty sure you and I came up with Megaton Strike. No?
Nope, that is the actual name.
Oh my god,
in Pathfinder.
it is. It
Megaton
is.
Strike.
My apologies, dude. I'm looking right at it. Sorry. So when I asked if you call out, the anime name, I thought you invented that name. No. Wow. That's interesting. And yet, because of the circumstances, I guess Jack's a little lesser in her eyes because he didn't come up with the name.
Oh.
Look at his face. That's okay. For selecting the ability, you'll be number 1. Above all other inventors that left the show. All right. So 1, 2, 3, actions burnt, and we're moving on to Valentine. Valentine recovers, has his weapon loaded as per always, and because you guys actually have an open range between him and his opponent, he is going to squeeze off a shot with Inspire Courage, up and running. No reason why he wouldn't. With his striking and dueling pistol. Hey, look at that. I get to burn Speigler's ammo. With a critical 33, of course. Even when he's not here, Speigler gets criticals, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe we should keep Jack and replace Speigler and Drew just stays. That would help my monsters a lot. These Oh, what would we do without 32 points of damage? A single gunshot rings out across the canyon, right? And hits the guy in the neck, and he starts bleeding profusely. And then his fur clenches and cauterizes the wound, but such a nasty, nasty thing. And he, if we know Valentine, he's going to move while he reloads and tries to get into a better position where he's at least closer. I will say, though, I forgot to put in the range increment, though a 33 probably still hits him. and crit some because of all the terrible things that are going on with me. So I'm not worried about that. He also has something he does where he activates an ability. Because I always leave a free action when I'm puppeting Valentine because he always has the ability to like reduces range and does some stuff. So, yay! Valentine is helping. Which brings us to Charwin.
Let's stab.
You're not going to let the guy that didn't show up to play tonight steal your thunder, are you?
I'm going to try not to. You know how hard it is to like thrust a spear into somebody right next to you? 29 for a hit. Not that hard.
Not that hard. Not these current penalties.
For 15 damage.
Stab, shot, stuck. This dude's tough. He's taken 100 points of damage, and I'd say he's still standing, but technically I'm prone. He's still alive.
Let's try another stab. Second stab. For an 18 and a miss. Okay. I'll use a hero point for that. Let's try to reroll it. We can do better.
I believe in you.
Nope. 18 again.
No. No.
It's the best Charwin has right now.
The best Charwin has again. A snapshot across the canyon, 45 feet away at a similar height. Valentine is moving and loading his gun. To the right of Valentine's scoped sight, 10 feet to the right, beside a bush, is Pilo, arm out, holding his other arm, holding his whip. A clear shot 15 feet, because Almambrio moved away further north to get tucked in behind a rock on an angle, so that's drawing a line from high north right to low south left. Charwin, through the knoll, puts this dude off guard. And tucked in between Charwin and the rock face that the knoll is up against on the knoll's other opposite side is the Megaton Strike Master Pip. Yeah, I think your title is more impressive than your actual name. Megaton Strike Master. 3 rounds in. Dude has taken a beating and he is still ticking. This NPC/monster encounter could hold his own and turn out to be a party killer or at least an interesting encounter. Where did that voice come from? Who is he arguing with? And why did El Membrio be the only person or creature or being or toy carrying a similar weapon be the one to hear it? All these questions will probably not be answered next time